Hello and welcome. Thank you for finding me when you're doing your Google search, how to buy a home in Utah utilizing the USDA home loan program. USDA is a great purchase program. If you're limited on funds and you want to buy in a specific area, USDA in Utah is a program that you should explore. Now, the limitations are it has to be in an approved area, and that's what I want to show with you today. In these approved cities, counties, unincorporated areas of Utah, you can purchase a property with no money down, 100% financing of that purchase amount. So let's dive into it. I'm going to have the link for the URL below because it's a long link. But what it's going to do is going to take you. Let me go back to here, and this is what it's going to show. So it's going to be USDA home. Let me see, property lookup eligibility. You can just Google that. It's going to be this first one, but I'm going to have the link below. And what you are going to do is click on it, and it's going to take you to this site here. You can put in a specific address, which I have one that I'm going to go through, but I want to show you the approved areas so far. So I can just hone in, enlarge my screen. The shaded areas are not approved USDA. So these shaded areas are not. You got the obviously Salt Lake City, Ogden, down to Provo are going to be your heavily populated areas along with Logan and down here to St. George. So I'm going to go in larger. So you got St. George, but you got Hurricane right outside of St. George. So if you're looking in that St. George area, look at Hurricane. You can see all these areas in Utah are approved USDA. They're not heavily populated, as I indicated before. And if you want to live in these specific areas, let's look at the USDA program. So as I scroll up, you can see a lot of these areas are USDA approved. I think it's down to Payson, south of Salt Lake City. And then you got all these areas over here that are approved. Thule, and then you got over here Grantville, that's approved. Grantsville, Stansbury Park. So all these are approved on the USDA program. So the shaded areas, as I continue to scroll up, they will disappear, as you can see here. So if you're looking up in Perry or Willard or South Willard, those are approved USDA, as well as outside of Logan. So Smithville, Hyde Park, and then all these areas right here are USDA. Like I said, not heavily populated, but if you're looking in the greater Salt Lake City area, this program is not available in there. That's why these tan areas, those are not approved cities or lending areas for USDA. But I picked an address that is currently for sale in Grantsville. So what you're going to do is plug in that address, and it's going to say this address is located in an eligible area. That means it's approved to do USDA in. So now that we got the property approved, we got to get you approved for that USDA program. So you got to still meet the credit qualifications, the income qualifications. There is an income limit, and it's pretty healthy. So on here, Grantsville is approved. So there is an income limit. They always change as well throughout the term. So you want to call me. But for right now, these things have pretty been set for a while. But these are no money down for the purchase, no money down. And the great thing about USDA, if you go into escrow at, let's say, a $200,000 purchase price and the appraisal comes in at $210,000, we can take that extra $10,000 and finance your closing costs. No other purchase program allows us to finance your closing costs but USDA. But the property must qualify to be in a lending area, and it must appraise higher than the agreed upon purchase price. So we can use all that freed up equity to finance all your closing costs. So basically, you'll probably end up getting your earnest money deposit down. So you're paying for an appraisal, and you're paying for a home inspection and termite if you want that, and flood if you're in a flood area. But other than that, you're buying a home for about $1,000, the appraisal and home inspection, around that, if the appraisal comes in higher. But it's still a great program. There's ways to find the closing costs. We can up your interest rate. You can ask the seller to pay your closing costs, but there is no money for the down payment. If it appraises for 200, you're buying it for 200. We can finance up to that $200,000 purchase amount. So USDA in the state of Utah is a great program. If you don't know about it, I'm glad that you found it and you're watching this video. And if you got any questions regarding the program, give me a call. My name is Nathan Rufty with Canopy Mortgage. Our corporate office is there in Utah. But give me a call at area code 909-503-5600, and all my contact information is going to be below. Thank you very much for taking the time out and learning a little bit about the USDA. And if you want to learn more and talk about getting pre-qualified to purchase a property in the state of Utah on the USDA program, call me. I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you.